Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Okay, so I hope you guys are all having a great week. Where should I start? So if you have anxiety or depression or anything like that, it can be hard to um kind of keep yourself focused and keep yourself calm and from stressing out. I will say that yoga has really helped. The moves are kind of hard just because like I've said before, it's really hard for me to sit down and focus and like let my body relax, but it's getting easier. Um, it's still a process to try and incorporate it into daily life. I still need to remember that this is the first time I've ever done yoga. Um, and I should say definitely on a consistent pattern. So it's big for me, but I'm noticing I feel better afterwards. It's perfect. I use it for after I do my interval training, and it's really great to kind of help me like stretch out my limbs after hard workout because those intervals are really hard. Like my knees pop a lot, like a lot. Um, I mean, like I still got this fluid in here, and it's just awful. But that's the point is that you keep going through it because like afterwards, oh my gosh, like it's just like a whole weight just got lifted off, and it's so hard because when you're not on meds and stuff like that, it could be hard to kind of like feel that weight come off. When you're like constantly like thinking of like a billion things. But like honestly, this really has worked great for me. Just to kind of like feel whatever stress has been up to that point. To you know put in a bag and toss it to the side, like toss it out, I should say, not toss it to the side. But kind of like get rid of it, relieve that stress, relieve whatever's on your mind and stuff like that, and once you can really just focus and just listen to her and listen to your breath. Like I thought it was like kind of silly, like the way she's always talking about listening to your breath and stuff like that. But it makes sense because like honestly, when you're really into hearing your breathing, it totally like that's all you think about. And it's weird because like anxiety, like your brain is constantly thinking about everything good, everything bad, like stressing about even good stuff. Just and anxiety is different for everybody. Just always kind of like worrying about the bad stuff that can happen. Even when something's going really good, worrying about that, and then just a bunch of factors, and then kind of like when you mix in with it, depression, where you're kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of hard because when you're going between depression and anxiety, like you can um it's like a roller coaster. Trying to keep yourself energized enough to want to go do stuff, but then like not keeping yourself like trying to calm yourself down where you can focus on like one thing at hand. But I will tell you this is at least a step. And I will tell you it is hard. Um, you know, I'm telling you, it's a daily process every single day. Um, but like when you start working on one thing, like if you get really angry out on the road, if you just focus on that and then just really try hard to if you really try hard to just like not take it so personal when you're out on the road, and then after a time it gets easier where you're just kind of like, oh well, they're not just doing that to me, like they're just probably out doing it to everybody because they're in a bad day, maybe that's just how they drive, they just drive crappy, maybe they're just an asshole. And then you take that and then you work on the next thing. Like if you get really stressed out really easily, just trying to center yourself, and you just work on all these little daily tasks. Like me, I'm kind of like a free spirit, but then I like schedules, so I'm kind of like in between. So it's kind of like the depression anxiety thing, trying to go between and find a good balance. But when you really work on it, it gets easier. I will tell you that. I'm telling you, like if you're having a lot of issues and you need some tips, I can give you what I've learned. It's been a long road. Back when I was younger, I went through a lot of uh different types of abuses when I was a after I moved out of my parents' house. And for a time I felt like it was my fault. I felt like because the way things I was doing and stuff like that, it was my fault. Like maybe I should just stayed at home and then this wouldn't be happening. And if you always think of stuff like that, I don't know what's on my mouth. Oh, the taco. I'm doing a video and I got food all over my mouth. We had Nacho Grande last night. And my toddler did not like his, so he didn't even eat it. And so I ate it, and so now I got like all that stuff like on my mouth. It's ridiculous. But I'm not redoing this video, damn it. Anyways, and it's just like kind of not blaming myself, taking the kind of like forgiving myself for making the choices I did and not feeling like I deserved it for whatever I did, no matter what bad choices you have. If you're having a hard time and you're struggling in your life and you just don't know where you're at in your life, I think sometimes you just got to take a little weight off yourself. Sometimes bad stuff just happens, it doesn't mean you deserved it. And that's what makes you stronger as a person, makes it easier for the next time if something bad happens, and you can kind of think back to what happened to you before, and then you can make a better choice. And then you can help others that's in the same boat, because everybody at one time goes through something that you've been through. So, just stop always blaming yourself, holding all that weight of self-blame and resentment towards yourself for making the choices that put you there. Life is hard. It's hard to know who to trust. It's hard sometimes to accept love. Sometimes it's hard to give love. Sometimes it's hard to push yourself through your comfort zone to get where you need to be, and just really centering yourself and just start loving yourself more. It's really the basis of everything. Is when you don't love yourself, you can't really love anything or anyone else. So let's just focus on it this year. If you're having a hard time, really just start doing that. Yoga is amazing. Like, I have never done yoga. Like I said in my other video, if you've seen my stomach and my legs and my butt, you would realize I'm not much into fitness and self-care. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm so ridiculous. But it's true. You don't get, I don't know how to say it, but everyone knows, like, I haven't exercised in a long time. And I just like to joke at myself, because, like, you sometimes quit taking those things so serious and stuff and joke at yourself, and, and it makes things easier. It doesn't mean you're insulting yourself or you really think that you're just, like, disgusting blob because you're not, like, the shape you want to be. But sometimes it's just fun to laugh at yourself and, blah, blah, blah. So, just start loving yourself this year. Start yoga. If you're not on any meds or anything like that and you're trying to do something a little, kind of like outside what most people do, try yoga. It has helped a lot. Plus, doing a little fitness routine, the 10 and 20-minute routines are amazing. Like, if you're busy and you're constantly focused, it still gets that exercise in, but then you're not, like, spending, like, what seems like forever on your workout. And then afterwards, like, no matter how hard it is going through the workouts, once you get done, oh my gosh, like, seriously, it's amazing. It's like the best feeling ever. And I decided to start a new routine, a new addition to my workout and my yoga. I follow someone on Instagram and she's amazing. She's absolutely gorgeous girl. So I've decided to start a new journey with Herbalife. So we're going to see how that goes. I did like Thrive. I just feel like because I try and eat really good, but I can't always. Sometimes, you just go right to those TV dinners. I've worked really hard to try and eat healthier though. But, like, at least at this point, when those times I can't, the meal replacements will kind of help. And then I can work back, if I decide later to work back towards Thrive, because their shakes are amazing. Like, they're good with water, but I think they're so much better with milk. They're really good. And it's 3 steps and you get done. So there's, like, a little bit of a difference. In the routine, like, this is shakes and teas and stuff like that. Theirs was just a shake, a patch, and the capsules. So we're gonna try and see how that goes. Hopefully the meal replacement will kind of get me back on a routine, kind of like seeing what's good to eat. If I don't like it, I can always go back. But there's nothing wrong with trying different stuff, trying a routine until you find one that works for you. Because if you're not healthy, it's definitely not going to help your anxiety. It's definitely not going to help your depression, your PTSD. Oh, I'm sorry, it's PTSS now. I keep forgetting. I'm just so used to calling it PTSD. But you just do what you can. Don't, that's another thing I need to work on too, is just not feeling guilty. Like, if I have to quit something, if I've started something and, like, I feel like, like, I don't have to explain to somebody if something's not working for me, or I just decided to take a different path, like, quit feeling so bad, you know. It's my life, and that takes a lot of weight off too when you quit feeling so bad about doing something. Like, I don't know, just like all different kinds of things you could feel guilty about and just don't, you know. So those are my little tips for the day. Hopefully you guys saw my video yesterday. I was giving tips for winter. Um, you know, but today is kind of like more mental health. Also, do not ever feel bad that you have a mental illness. You know, probably every single person on earth has a mental illness. It just takes the right thing to bring it out. That's why it's kind of so easy for your brain to feel traumatized, and you start feeling a lot different. You start feeling really crummy really quick because it's like it's in all of us. It just takes the right trauma. So don't feel embarrassed. Go get the help you need. Go talk to somebody so that you can get back to the life that you deserve, the life that you want. And you know, things can start looking up for you. And I know it could be scary and it could be embarrassing, but you know, just write down your goals, write down what you're noticing about yourself that's different, that you don't like, that you like to improve, that you want to get back to the life that you had before. And start researching. You know, you don't have to necessarily go to a therapist. Just find a best friend that you could talk to that you know won't take your information anywhere. Try some more some green products. You know, if that's your thing. If you're somewhere where it's legal. You know, just try everything. You know, there's all different kinds of remedies you could do to help your life get back on track. And you don't have to feel embarrassed, you know. In the past, we used to feel embarrassed and be worried about, like, oh, we could lose our jobs, and it's not like that anymore. You know, don't feel embarrassed. Just do what you got to do, get your life back on track, and move forward. So anyways, if you found value in this, I'm trying to do this video before my kids got home, before they get home. If you found value in this, hit subscribe. I've got a free Valentine's list. I know Valentine's Day is Friday, but if you are still searching for that perfect gift, it's absolutely free. I think it's fun. Hopefully you'll think it's fun. It took me a while to compile because my links weren't matching up. They kept editing themselves. That's fun times. Yeah, so you let me know and I'll email that to you because it's on Microsoft. So if it's not working, I can just email it to you. I'll just copy and paste it into my email. And then for every 50 subscribers, I'll give things like ring lights, magnetic lashes, Visa gift cards, Bluetooth earbuds. Oh gosh, I look like a pepperoni pizza. God, I just probably ruined pepperoni pizza for people right now. Ugh, yeah. That's what happens when sometimes when I get anxious, I like chew through my lip or I pick at my face. So yeah. Anyways, so you guys all have a good day. I'm on Twitter, JenBell84, and Instagram is Jennifer.A.Bell.7. Facebook is Bell Marketing and Jen's Luscious Lashes. And hopefully we can all learn from each other. So thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye. Toodles.